Kia ora, it's Richard here again with our buddy Soak. How you doing, Soak? Pretty good? Yeah. Oh, good. Now, last time we ended up thinking a little bit about fish. Oh, yeah, I thought you'd be interested. Well, obviously, the more we know about fish, the better it's going to be. Now, fish have a few issues when it comes to swimming around in the ocean. Water sticks to oxygen really well. And that means that if you're a fish and you're trying to swim away, say from a shag, you're going to have some problems. Okay, you can't put a lot of effort into it. Shags, on the other hand, breathe air, so they're doing all right. Now, if you're a fish and you've got to get oxygen from the water, then it's got to go from the water into the blood, and so they have a little membrane between the two, because obviously you can't have your blood flowing out into the water. So, what do you reckon? Do you think that membrane's thick or thin? Don't know. Oh, okay, you don't know. Well, it's very thin. It has to be very thin. Very, very, very thin. And of course, the thinner it is, the more oxygen is going to be able to pass between the water, from the water into the blood. Makes sense. Now, I've read somewhere that membrane in a fish's gill is about 1 micron. Probably doesn't mean much to you. No, I didn't think it would. So a micron is, if you take a millimetre, you know how big a millimetre is? Pretty darn little. Divide that into 1,000. 1,000, and take one of those. That's a micron. It is very thin. Very, very thin. It's not a big chunk of leather or something like that. No way. So that's how they do it. And of course they have to, which of course means that if you're a fish and you're swimming away from our friend the shag, and you're trying to put a bit of effort into it, you're not going to get enough oxygen probably to do it. So it's probably why when you're chasing a fish, they suddenly slow up. That's good for me. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what is good for you. Make some good food. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. The other thing, of course, that shags and people and indeed dolphins and a few other mammals have, of course, is warm blood. Now, fish don't have warm blood. No, nice and cold, aren't they? Yeah, that's what I say. And if you have warm blood, that means your brain can work a bit faster, your muscles can work a bit faster. Of course, you do use more oxygen, but that's okay because we're breathing air. Basically, life's pretty good. And so you can cruise around and catch those fish. Not bad, eh? Yeah. I always thought fish were just really stupid. Yeah. Well, you shouldn't be so sure. Fish do have brains, and they have brains which are plenty big enough for what they need to do most of the time. Yeah, well, anyway, I don't think I'm going to convince him. But anyway, maybe next time we should talk about brains. What do you reckon? Yeah. Yep. Okay. So until then, I guess we'll see you later. Bye.